Okay, so we are live. We are live again. We are live again. We are live again. So, good morning to you if you are in Nigeria. Good afternoon to you if you are in any other part of the world. And good night to you if you are in very, very far areas of the world that are experiencing nighttime right now. So, guys, we are live right now. This is the Your Book We Sell conversations, a
Yeah.
series of conversations that I've been holding with authors who are doing remarkably well in their strides to be able to market their books. This is as a result of the the remarkable feats that students of the Your Book We Sell Academy are experiencing in their lives. They are putting all the effort, they're doing all the amazing stuff, and they're getting their works out there and making money from their printed books, their published books. And I am having these conversations, holding these conversations with them so that we can prove to people that the things that we teach, the things that we share, that they actually work. Your book will sell. Absolutely. So today, on this conversation, I am having a conversation with Kingsley Ime, and we are going to be talking about how to author a book without using your own money. Some individuals are always complaining, I don't have money to publish my book. They give me a bill of 1 million, they give me a bill of $20,000 to be able to publish my own book. I don't have that money, but I need to get my book out there in the world. So Kingsley has been able to
Yeah.
utilize a strategy that can help you to be able to publish your own book without using your own money, which is a strategy that
Exactly.
I've been using since after my eighth book or my seventh book. And I said to myself, I don't need to be the one spending money all the time. It's not even about traditional publishing, it's about what to do to be able to publish my book with other people's money and not my money. And that's what we're going to be doing in our conversations right here. And we look forward to being of great help to as many people as possible. So, Kingsley, welcome to this conversation. Your face is shining, your books are in the background, you are truly utilizing marketing strategy because we don't know if Obama or Donald Trump or Biden will see this conversation now and say, hey, I want those copies of your book. I need them in the United States. So thank you very much for joining us all the way from Port Harcourt, one part of Port Harcourt. All right. So Kingsley, thank you for being here. Without wasting much time, I've written a lot of things about you. People have known that you're connected to the things that I do and to me
Yeah.
personally. I've
Yeah.
also shared posts on my timeline. But please, is
Yeah.
there something that you would like our audience to know apart from all the things that I've shared about you? Are you a karate specialist, or do you cook amala in the back of your house? You know, things that we may not know about you in addition to all the
Yeah.
professional things that we've shared about you. Please go ahead right now and introduce yourself to us.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's so great. It's an honor to be live with the dawn of marketing, the dawn of books, the dawn of authoring books. And I'm so glad to be live here with you and to everyone that are joining. I want to say welcome. Like he said, my name is Kingsley Ime, and I'm a testimony. I want to say I'm a testament. I'm a testimony of this amazing book. I wanted to start with this. I'm a testimony of this amazing book, Your Book Will Sell. And I'm a testimony of the amazing Your Book Will Sell Academy. Yes, well, you said a lot about me already. There isn't much to say other than the fact that if you don't have an idea of any business you want to start, but you want to start a business, and probably you are confused on how to go about starting that business of yours, you don't know the appropriate idea, the appropriate strategy to use, then you should be talking to me, because I am a business development consultant, and my specialty is in helping people realize how they can use their talent, their passion, and their skills to create multiple streams of business income for themselves. So apart from that, I've helped over close to 100 people, as at my last time I was counting, for the past 2 years, to start their business using the giftings of their talent, passion, and their skills. And what else have I done? I've been a regular guest on several radio stations. I think about 5 or 7 radio stations across different states in Nigeria, being featured as a guest on the business show, and also on televisions as well. And just over the weekend, I won my 8th award in the space of 3 years. Since 2019, I've been receiving awards back to back. So just over the weekend, I received my last, not the last, my recent award, making it the 8th award. So apart from that, I'm a student, I'm a learner. I love learning. When I mean student, student of life. I love connecting with people. I love sharing ideas, values, and how to help people grow. So yeah.
Fantastic, Kingsley. Fantastic. So far we've gotten 32 people who have joined us right now. And
Awesome.
please, if you're joining us, we just need to know, where are you tuning in from? If you're tuning in from Nigeria, just mention your name and your city and your state. If you're outside of Nigeria, just mention the city where you are and the country where you're coming in from, you're tuning in from, to this conversation. And please do us one great favor. Share right now to your timeline. Please go ahead and share right now on your timeline this conversation. All right, just click the share button, let it share on your timeline on your page. And if you can invite your friends, tag them and invite them and tell them, come, we're having a conversation on how you can author your book without using your own money. And this can help you a whole lot. Maybe because you want to start a business and you don't have the money, this conversation can help you to know how you can get other people's money, put it in yours, and use it to start that business. Not just about authoring books alone, but it can help you in all other things. So let's know where you are tuning in from, your city and your state. And then the second thing is to share this video, share this conversation on your timeline, and let everybody have a great time listening to us and watching us, because we know that great values will be dropped in this conversation. Okay, so Kingsley, the second question I want to ask you right now, let's dive into it.
Yes.
How did you get people to give you money to be able to author your book? Because a lot of individuals say, I don't have money to author my book. I don't have money to print. I don't have money to pay the editor. I don't have money to do this, that. How are you able to convince people to give you money to be able to publish your book in a, I think, let me say, in a nation where it's so difficult for people to say, take money, except you are in a very dire situation, like you're lying sick on the bed, or you are just wasting away, and out of compassion, they give you money. But for something like you want to author a book and you're telling people, give me money, I'll need to use your money to be able to print my book. So tell me, how were you able to pull up the strategy and becoming the success that you are today?
All right. So very quickly, I'll start by saying, moving forward, if you want to author any book or you have not authored a book yet, just pause and make sure you sign up first and foremost. Make sure you get a copy of this book by Emeka Nobis. Your book will sell, because the whole essence of writing your book is to make sure it sells. Make sure you buy this book. Make sure you join the academy first, because that's where you're going to get more strategies on your book. So for me and Emeka, for me, I wrote my book and I published my book in the thick of the COVID-19.
Are you there?
Right? Yes. Can you hear me? Yeah. Can you hear me?
I think network has hooked up a little bit with him. He's going to be back. Kingsley, you're back, so go ahead.
All right. So like I was sharing, last year during the COVID-19, it was at the thick of the COVID-19 that I was in the midst of writing my book, and Your Book Will Sell was published by Emeka Nobis, the Don himself, who's hosting us today. And I quickly bought a copy of it and I joined the academy. So while I was in the academy, I was also writing my book, but I was more interested on how will I sell this book, because over time I have now realized that I don't just want to author books to create impact, to be influential. I want to sell books and make profit and make money from it. So while I was in the academy, I listened to Paul Fu, gave amazing strategies on how he sold his books, talking about that. And from those strategies, I got mine. Now, let me share practically what I did. First and foremost, I asked myself, I don't have money. First, I needed a publisher. So I went back to your book, Emeka Nobis, and I saw some of the books of yours that I have bought, and I love the print. I love everything, the quality. So I looked out for who published your previous books, and it was Victor Okoro, who's residing here in Port Harcourt. So I went to Victor Okoro and I sat with him and I shared with him how I had wanted to publish my book. Guess what Victor asked me? He said, "Which of your book are you talking about?" I said, "Start Small, Sell Out." He said, "No, that book, I thought you had published it already." I said, "I haven't." You know why? Because I learned from the book, Your Book Will Sell Academy, that you don't need to wait till after you publish the book before you start talking about it. So even before, I was still writing chapters of the book, and I started publishing, talking about it on my timeline. So when I went to meet with Victor Okoro, he thought that I'd already published it. So he told me the price. He gave me the price of what the book is going to cost me, and I looked at it and I said, okay. I came back home and I thought, how do I raise the money to be able to do this? I said, one of my strategies that I was going to do a book launch. Yes, because I also had to look at the strategy that will work for me. I said I was going to do a book launch. But guess what I did? I did a twist in the book launch. So I did a virtual book launch. I have never done this before, but I did a virtual book launch. So I belong to an alumni of secondary school classmates in a WhatsApp group. So an idea came to me, why don't you do your virtual launch on your alumni WhatsApp group? I mean, they are not going to be physically present to be able to participate in launching your book. So why don't you do that? So I said, okay. I called my graphics designer and he did an amazing job. Gave me a design of, I call it a pre-virtual launch. That's what I called it, pre-virtual launch of my book. And then I talked to the president of the alumni and he gave me the nod. So on the WhatsApp group, they posted it and said, oh, one of us is going to be launching his book virtually here because many of us will not be able to come to Port Harcourt physically to participate in a book launch. And everybody was excited. Emeka, the next thing I did was that I asked my graphics designer to do another VIP design. You know, when you're in a WhatsApp group, if you throw it there, everybody will just say, oh, he's inviting everybody. So I did another one. I call it VIP guest. Same design, but I put that VIP guest. And I also did something in makeup. I had 3 categories. I had the gold category, I had the silver category, and I had the bronze category. So the bronze category are the people who would launch the book with not less than 2,500 or 3,000 naira, which is actually the price of the book. So that's the bronze package. Then the gold, the silver package are people who are going to launch my book with not less than 10,000 naira and above. Then the gold package are the people who are going to launch it with not less than 15,000 naira and above. So I targeted, I sat back again, out of my alumni friends, I picked a list of, I think about 50 people in the group that I know can be able to launch my book. And I took that VIP flyer that I designed, went to their inbox, script a little write-up, and I went to them and I told them, look, I know you've seen the general announcement on the WhatsApp group about my book launch, my virtual book launch, but I want you to be my VIP. I want it to be my VIP. So in the VIP, the launch packages are there. You can choose to launch the book with the gold package, the silver package, or the bronze package. And all of them were excited about it. And because I had come to them personally, they weren't going to miss the launch. You know, if it was general, they could have said, oh, I wasn't available. But because I had gone direct inbox to them, they put it in their calendar as something that they were going to be attending. And then 2 weeks to my launch, I went back to them and did a follow-up reminder. 2 days to my launch, I went back again and did a follow-up reminder. And on that day, we had a virtual MC the event, and they had to talk about me, talk about my career as a business consultant and as a speaker, right? So at the end of the day, people started launching my book virtually. I haven't still published it, remember. In fact, I was at the last chapter of writing my book when I started doing the pre-launch, right? Before I could even send it to my editor to edit it. So so everybody started coming out, oh, I'm going to launch on the gold package. I'm doing 15,000 naira launch. I dropped my account number and their alerts started pouring in. People started doing, so the list, okay, I think the list was 5,000 naira, but one of my friends, and that's the essence of reaching out to people. One of my friends who was the VIP now told me, what if some people can't afford to launch without 5,000 naira? Tell them that they should launch with not less than the book price, which is 2,500 naira. And I said, oh, that's great. So they now posted on the group. So, oh, if you cannot launch the least package, which is 5,000, you can do at least the prize money for the launch. Emeka, at the end of the day, that night, I got a total of 120,000 naira that night, virtually launching my book. So it was that 120,000 naira that I took to my publisher, and I did a part payment. And that's one thing, when you have a publisher who is experienced, who is knowledgeable, he's going to sit you down and put you through. So even before I launched, my publisher was an amazing man, Mr. Victor Okoro. Guess what he did for me? We took the book piece by piece, because I didn't have the bulk money and I didn't want to give any excuse. So first thing, my publisher asked me, he said, pay for the ISBN number. So I paid a token, and it went and first of all secured the ISBN number with the book title. Before I even did this book title, I had a lot of conversation with my coach, my coach Emeka Nobis, who helped me retitle the book, right? And then I did the design, and we sent it out there for feedback. Some people didn't like some things, some people liked some things, and we adjusted it. So now when I went back to my publisher, and my publisher said, okay, let us do the cover prints. So the money I had sent to him before the pre-launch had covered the cover print. So even before my editor sent the manuscript, we had done the cover print. We had printed the cover alone. It was remaining the main book. So we're breaking it piece by piece by piece, right? It's about negotiating and having an experienced publisher who understands. You would keep to your word, because a lot of publishers don't do this anymore, because people come to them and say, oh, do it, and then we're going to pay up, and at the end of the day, people don't show up. But I made sure I was going to keep to my word, because I learned from you, Emeka Nobis. So I took that first chunk of 100,000 naira and 120,000 naira and pushed it to my publisher. And my publisher said, with this, oh, we can go. I said, I don't want to end with virtual book launch. I want to do a physical book launch as well, right? Remember, I started doing the campaign for pre-order. So pre-order started coming in, trickling in the numbers gradually. But I didn't want to depend on the pre-orders alone, because the numbers wasn't coming in as much as I wanted. So this virtual book launch now became a fantastic, colossal deal for me. So it gave me that amount, and I pushed it to my publisher, and my publisher was able to release 200 copies of the book, printed 2 packs, 200 copies, which I took physically. I went to church. Yes, I'm a Christian, and I knew that the church was where I had a good number of people that know me, know what I do, believe in what I do, and would want to support what I do. So I went to church, negotiated with my pastor and my church leaders, and they gave me a date in my church, right, to use, number one. But guess what? Everybody was telling me that, because it was, I think it was 13th of December last year. Everybody was telling me, why not push it to next year? Why not push it to next year? Because a whole lot is happening in church. People are engaged. You know, after the COVID-19, a lot of people didn't have money. I said, no, I had put my book to launch it, and I'm going to do it. Whether I have 10 people or 20 people, because in my confidence was, Emeka, my confidence was that I wasn't depending on the physical launch alone. I'd already done virtual launch. So physical launch was also to still spread the word, right? So I went to church, and they gave me a date. Guess what? Now what that happened for me was that the church, I didn't have to pay for venue, I didn't have to pay for sound, I didn't have to pay for lighting, right? I didn't even do all those cooking for refreshment. No, I just did bottled water and a few drinks on the high table, and I sent out letters of invitation to a couple of people that I know were going to honor me and come for my book launch. At the end of the day, Emeka Nobis, immediately after church, they announced in church, oh, Brother Kingsley is going to do his book launch, so everybody stay back and participate. And a good number of people stayed back and participate. So at the end of the day, that evening, I had made another, how much did I make another? I made another 100 and something thousand naira. I'd made close to 100,000 plus. I can't remember the figures right now. And I took it again and pushed it to my publisher for the second time, because the cost of my book was going to cost me around, I think, 300 and something thousand as at that time. And I didn't have a dime. So that was how I was able to author my book, publish my book without my own physical money, using other people's money to be able to print this book. And at the end of the day, I was able to do the balance payment, and it went absolutely well. So guys, that is how, amongst the many things that Emeka Nobis are taught, I know that Emeka Nobis has his own strategy of how you do a pre-order. You have to also look at, when you learn things from the academy, that's a beautiful thing. You can personify it to suit you as a person and how that will work for you as an author. So that was how I use a virtual launch, which right now I'm writing another of my book, and I'm going to do virtual launch, and it's going to be an ebook, and I'm going to make sure I filled my WhatsApp group filled with at least 500 people who are going to launch and buy that book instantly before it's being released. That's the strategy I learned from the academy. I learned from you that I utilized until today. I'm still selling my book.
Man, amazing stuff. As we were just sharing stuff, me, I was getting my own value and the things that I'm going to use also in my own book that is coming forth. Man, you have taught me something now. You see, that's the thing about conversations, man. I've taken some nugget from you that I'm going to utilize for my
Thank
book,
you.
Shameless Marketing for 2023. So let me share some of the things
Okay.
I learned from you. So the first thing you did was, which I wrote down here, was the VIP importance. I mean,
Yes.
when you call people that they are very important personnel, there's a certain feeling that comes with it, right?
Yes, exactly. There's a certain feeling, and because I'm doing mobile, if I was doing my phone, I would have sent you the design. It was so beautiful, and I crafted it at VIP. People want importance. People want to see that, oh, out of the generality of everybody, you pick them out specially, and you want them to be, honor you. And that for me was a killer marketing for me. When you sell, showing your customers their ego, celebrating the ego of your customers, they want to attach importance to your product. So once I did that VIP strategy, it worked for me, because if I had waited generally, it would have just been, oh, okay, he invited us generally, but I went in box, and I didn't go to everybody again. I had a list of people now I call it warm marketing. People that I'm connected with, people that know me right from school, we still connect, we still talk. That's number one criteria of the people I went in box to. Second set of people are people who I know will be able to launch my book with the gold package. Those are the people I went for, so that whatever happens, they will fall. If they fall below, they'll just be around the VIP. And even people I didn't give VIP also, they came in and they did a very massive support for it. Yes.
Amazing. Okay, before I go to somebody is asking, Charles, does this strategy apply to only books? I don't think. Well, Kingsley, share.
No, I don't think so at all. Even in your products, if you want to do a product launch, right, you could put people into a group. Of course, not everybody now. People who believe in what you do, who value what you want to offer, who's going to need what you're going to offer, right? You begin to reach out to them and put them in. Before you put them in a group, you tell them the essence of what you want to do, right? Then you now bring them into a group. If I want to launch a course right now, I can call it a VVIP course, and I can reach out to my friends and I tell them this course is actually a certain X amount of money, but I want to sell it a bit lesser for people who cannot afford it. So your own your support, your launch is going to help me subsidize it for these other people. So it's not only for authoring books. You can use it for your product, both physical products and other tangible products.
Kingsley, so the thing is that when people ask these questions, I keep telling them that the Book Wholesaler Academy is not just for books, because people are thinking it's just for books alone. A book is a product.
Let me cut you
like every other product. So when I tell them join, you learn marketing strategies that can help you to also market whatever product, hotel, whatever it is. So throw a few of your thoughts, behind this. This is not just about books alone.
No. Your Book Wholesaler Academy. Can I tell you, it's my go-to resource center. And I want you to, I don't know if you can screenshot this I'm saying now. Your Book Wholesaler Academy is my go-to resource marketing reservoir. I learned more about the power of video and live streaming from, what's the lady's name?
Naomi Osemedo.
She blew my mind away. It was so beautiful. Using her story, I was like, what? Somebody can start with just a mobile phone from her office, her bedroom, or wherever she was, with her story, and now she's all over the world. I mean, that is not only for book, for goodness sake. I learned that a lot, and I'm already strategizing on how I'm going to start my live streaming from the month of December because of what I learned, and I still go back to that. And I mean, Choma Eze came in and blew my mind off. And the things Choma shared, it's not for books alone, even though it's about ebook, but it wasn't for book alone. What would you say about Paul Fo? I mean, in the academy too, Paul Fo came in and blew my mind. right now, Emeka, I'm also writing a book. I'm targeting secondary school students. And guess what? Even before I sell it to the secondary school students, I'm already marketing to institutions. You know, we have private institutions all over the place that do not have they do not have a lot of marketing reach to their audience, which is the secondary school leavers. So I'm already marketing to them. They are going to sponsor the book. So even before I publish the book, they will pay for it. That was the strategy that Steve Harris shared. So your Book to Sell Academy is beyond books. I tell you, it's beyond books. It's beyond books. I tell you. I think it was that strategy that blew my mind off. Steve Harris came in and said how he was taking a page of his book to go market it to individuals and organizations, and some people paid for it. So your Book to Sell Academy is not only for books alone. Let me end by saying this before you ask the next question, Emeka. Marketing principles are the same. The product you market is what makes you tweak it a little to suit the product and the audience you are trying to market to. But the principles of marketing are almost always the same. I mean, selling value is a constant thing. So what you're selling has to be valuable. Knowing your audience is the same marketing principle, and that is what you will learn from your Book Academy, your Sell Academy, and also from utilizing it in other things. So whether you are a chef and you don't market, you don't write books, but you are a chef, you can learn from the marketing strategies that authors are sharing, proven authors. Okay, what would you say about that your guy that I've forgotten his name on copywriting, the head, the hook, and the
Obin Okeke.
Okeke just came in and I mean pieces everything. I mean, so it's not just authors alone.
Okay, so from the things I learned from you, VIP importance, you made people to feel like they were very important, and then you reached out to the contacts on your list. And this is the problem a lot of individuals have. You know, you're looking out so far away, but meanwhile, on your contact list, your organizations that you belong to, your fellow colleagues at work, people in many WhatsApp groups that you are in, people that are in lots of WhatsApp groups, but they are not utilizing them to their advantages, right? So you talk about contacts on your list, and then you did reaching out. So you're reaching out to individuals. You made a list and you started reaching out to them, inbox, right? Having a conversation with them. But at that point, let me ask you, were you fearful at that point? Because that's another thing that some individuals should be thinking. What if they say no to me? What if they turn me down? Were you fearful? You know, reaching out to them repeatedly, because that's something that's the next thing I saw here. After reaching out to them, you're also reaching out to them again and again, right?
Exactly.
Were you fearful that they were going to turn you down or they were going to say no? And if I believe that some of them said no, how did you deal with that?
Oh, okay. So very quickly on this very one, and I even wrote it down last night, that one of the things that your Book to Sell Academy did for me was to be very conscious about the price of my book. In Naira, the book is 2,500 Naira. So, but even before I placed the price there, from the things I learned from the academy, I realized that I have value. Like I'm saving people. People are, in fact, if you buy my book, you are blessed to have bought my book, because I am putting together experiences as a business consultant of over 5 years. And people have come to me for business coaching again and again and again. I think you're going to ask me on why I authored the book and all that. But the pricing, I realized that what I had is so valuable that it's saving people from their businesses. It's saving people from losing money. So I was answering problems. I was solving people's problems in a book format. So because I knew that this is so valuable, I wasn't afraid to talk to them about the book. I wasn't afraid to tell them the price of the book, because that for me, and you cannot sell without confidence. If you don't have confidence in selling what you're selling, nobody will buy. People buy your confidence before they buy your product. The confidence in the fact that the way you talk about it shows that you know that this thing that you're sharing is going to work, right? So that was confidence. And then secondly, you know, I have paid for several books. This book, I bought it 5,000 Naira. I bought your book, Emeka, 5,000 Naira as I when it came out, right? And when I bought it, it gave me the confidence that I could buy Emeka's book for 5,000 Naira. And not only that, I watched over 2,000 people buy this book at 5,000 Naira. I said, so who will not buy my own book for 2,005? In fact, today, Emeka, I don't beg people to buy my book. The moment you 2,500 is expensive. that means this book is not for you. Unapologetically, I say, oh, that means it's not for you. Because when you meet people that not matter, the price doesn't matter.
Kingsley, I think your earpiece, can you adjust your earpiece? It's going off and on, if you can.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I think it was just going off and on. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So I was saying that the confidence I had come from the fact that I have bought products worth more than the price that I placed on my own book, right? I bought your book to sell 5,000 naira. I paid for a marketing class at Emeka Nobis. Remember, one day marketing class for 25,000 naira. And so I got a lot of knowledge from there. And also the confidence of the fact that what I have here is solution to people's challenges when it comes to starting businesses, when it comes to not wasting money. Somebody read my book and sent a testimony and said that he was scammed of 200,000 naira in trying to start a business. But when he read my book, he realized that he didn't even need up to 200,000 naira to start the business he wanted to start. And now he started. So that confidence of the solutions in the book that I've authored made me go into confidence. Now, some people, when you go for marketing, you will get a yes, you will get a no, you will get a maybe. That's the three things that will happen. So it starts with a no. If they say no, say next. If they say maybe, note them down and come back. And when people say no, sometimes it's because they don't have the money at that moment, not because they don't need it. Sometimes it's because also they don't need it at that moment, not because they will not need it. And then those are the maybe, and then the yes people. So those who say no, you could still market to them by still showcasing what it is that you're marketing, indirectly by sharing testimonials. Sometimes people will come back to buy. You didn't tell me that this thing is going to solve this problem. I saw you share the testimony of that person, right? That's the same person that said no to you. So marketing is all about you deciding that people are going to say no, people are going to say maybe, but we're looking for the people that will say yes.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. So the next question is that I'm going to ask you is, in 2 minutes, why did you? How many copies of this? Number one, how many copies of this book have you sold? Secondly, why did you author this book?
All right.
And then thirdly, how can we get access to buy copies of the book?
All right. So this book right now, I have sold 300 copies of this book. And I want you to do the math. If you multiply it about 2,500 naira, that would be grossly over 500,000 naira. I have sold the book that I didn't have a dime to start with, to purchase or to publish. And I sold about 300. And the strategy, I still have more strategies that I just got now from the Your Book Will Sell Academy. And I wanted to read something, please. I might take more than 3 minutes from your book that you shared in one of the chapters. And I think I pin it down. Guys, just hold on a sec. I'm going to share with you because I said I was going to share with everybody. Now, this is the title of Emeka's book that he said. I don't know if you guys can see it there. If you can see it, It says, distill your book into derivatives. That alone is a market. First, it's a book you sold. Secondly, it could become a course. Thirdly, it could become a consulting session. And I've taken this already, and I'm already reaching out to organizations that help train people on apprenticeship. You know, this chef school, baking school. These people teach them the skill. My book, and why I wrote the book, is to help them move from their skill to be able to create businesses, system, structure in starting the business proper. So why I wrote this book was, one, because over the years of my coaching people on businesses, particularly small business owners, I realized that many people come to me again and again, confused, having no idea, complaining that they don't have money to start a business. And when I share them with the coaching session with them, they come back and when they go and apply, they get the result. They come back and they share the testimony. Another set of people come. I take them on the same route of the coaching session and strategy. So they come back with amazing testimonies. So I said, Kingsley, why don't you put these things in a book? That was where the idea started from. Why don't you put them in a book? So that when people come to you and start telling you how they cannot, they want to start, but your coaching fee is too high, that you cannot afford it, you cannot say, okay, since you cannot afford it, buy the book. It's going to help you. Everything that I was supposed to share with you, I put them in the book. Secondly, I wrote the book so as to help save my time of having to have a long conversation with people who are not going to be able to afford the days and months of coaching that I do in business consulting. And then also, thirdly, I also wanted my name to spread. I want my name to spread. This has given me so much authority in my industry. By authoring this book, it has made me an authority because testimonials are coming. My name is spreading. Somebody sent me a message and said, I read your book. I didn't buy it. I read it from someone, and it's been amazing. I want to get a copy of it. So that is the reason why I authored this book.
Amazing, Kingsley. I love that. So you didn't get. How can people get copies of this book? Start small, sell out. How can they get the copies of the book? And how can they reach you? Because the essence of this conversation is to be able to let a lot of people know that there are many, many amazing individuals like you who are doing amazing work, right? So I need them to connect with you. So whether your website or to you directly or your number, whatever it is, so that they can buy copies for themselves, for their friends, and perhaps for their organizations, right? 1,000 copies, 200 copies that they can order. Fantastic.
All right. So for now, to get this book, Start Small, Sell Out, proven strategies that start, grow, and make more money in your business as a beginner. Proven strategies to start, grow, and make more money in your business as a beginner. To get a copy of the book, for now, our website is not fully up. So I don't want to say you should go to kingsleymade.com, but pretty soon kingsleymade.com is going to be live. So you could go to kingsleymade.com, not at the moment, but I think before the end of the year, which is 2020 right now, you're going to get, you can get it there. That's number one. Number two, you can get a copy of the book by reaching out to me directly on WhatsApp. There's the number in case you want to write it down. 08 let's start with +234 because I don't know, somebody might be watching from US, somebody might be watching from Canada. +234 6347 1336. It's a WhatsApp number. +234.
Can you repeat it again slowly?
+234 80 6347 1336. +234 80 6347 1336. It's a WhatsApp number. Once you beep me up on WhatsApp, instantly you get a response. You can also connect with me on my Facebook, exactly 6347. So on WhatsApp, and then you can also connect with me on Facebook. I'm more predominantly on Facebook. Kingsley May on Facebook. Just send me a DM right away, and I'm at your doorstep to respond. You can also connect with me on Instagram at Real Kingsley May, at Real REAL Kingsley May. That's Instagram and Twitter at Real Kingsley May, REALKING. Of course, my full name Kingsley May at Real Kingsley May. That's Twitter and Instagram, but on Facebook, it's my normal name Kingsley May. All right, so you can connect with me. Very soon, we're working on putting my book on Amazon. For those of you that are outside Nigeria, you can get it on Amazon by the end of this year. We're going to put it up on Amazon so that you can get it. And also, you can reach out to me via any of this medium and you'll get it. My number is scrolling. You can connect with me on WhatsApp. You want me to do stuff with you, you want to get a copy of my book. And those of you, like Emeka would always say, those people that you have given money to and they have wasted money without having a successful business, buy a copy of this for them. Buy 20 copies, 10 copies, 5 copies, and give to them. Those are your younger brothers. Before you give anybody money to start a business, give them knowledge. The money finishes, the knowledge will not finish. So when they got the right knowledge, they can now be able to execute. So when somebody says, I want to start a business, see how patient the person is to learn and tell the person, I'm going to buy you 20 copies of this book. I'm going to buy my youth, my young people 20 copies. When they have done reading them, you ask that person, then you can now empower them with the capital to start.
Fantastic, guys. So we have done 39 minutes, 37 seconds so far. Please, if you got questions, start to drop your questions in the comment section while we begin to get to the final 15 minutes of this interesting conversation. All right. So, Kingsley, we've heard the strategies that you utilize to be able to sell copies of your books. Amazing. You joined your Book to Sell Academy because you needed to learn what to do to be able to make your book to sell and make lots of money, right? So can you tie it in for those who are watching this conversation right now? And meanwhile, guys, as you're watching this conversation, please go ahead and share right now on your timeline, right? Pause right now and share this video right now on your timeline so that a lot of individuals can join this conversation. This conversation has been totally, totally amazing. So go ahead and share this video right now on your timeline so that other individuals can also partake in the blessedness that we are pouring forth in this conversation. So, what advice will you give to those? Some individuals are saying 50,000 naira is too much to pay. Some of them are thinking on the sidelines. Some of them are just hanging in the balance. Some of them are sitting, how do they put it? Sitting on the fence, right? Not knowing whether to come in or what not to come in. So tell us, what will be your piece of advice to those who are still thinking to join this academy and enjoy the awesomeness that this academy offers? Because right now we have 37 teaching sessions in the academy, and we are putting another 13 sessions in the academy, making it a total of 50, together with all the conversations that we have had with all the remarkable people that I've had at the count. I think I've had 15 conversations so far. All their sessions will be put also in the academy. People will learn from them. My intention is to make people to be truly, truly successful, make as much more money that they can, and let their books be out there selling, making them famous, making them money, making them lots of good things happening to them in their lives. So, what do you think? What will be your piece of advice to those who are still sitting on the fence, or those who are thinking 50,000 naira is so much to spend on knowledge that they're going to get in the academy?
All right, so I would summarize what I would advise everyone watching this video right now, wherever you're watching from. Reason why you must, not you should, not you will, you must join the academy is because I'm gonna take it from Emeka Nobi's book, Your Book to Sell. I'm gonna take it from page 36 of his book. Now, why I'm taking it is because he highlighted them in this page, but each of these were topics that were treated by different resource persons. And number one, the reason why is because everyone that came into the academy as a facilitator are people who have made the least they have made in their books is over $1 million selling their books. And I don't want to exaggerate. That's why I'm putting it at that. Ibaris alone has made over 10 million naira selling some of his books. If such individuals are in the academy to teach you, then you should really be in the academy. So number one, quickly, what are the frustrations? How do you know the frustrations of your potential customers, your potential clients, your potential people that are going to be needing your products? And I'm talking generally, not just books. It's in the academy you will learn that quickly. Their desires. How do you tune your message to connect with the desires of people who want to buy or should buy your product? It is in your Book to Sell Academy that you will learn that. And that's how I learned it. I would have done generally in my virtual launch, but because I was in the academy, I realized how to tune and connect with people's desire. I was able to maximize that. And quickly, aspiration, problems. Oh, this is in fact, how do you sell your product? Piecing the problems. Let me use that word. Piecing the problems that your targeted audience are facing. Emeka, today I don't sell my book to everybody. I know the people that I need my book because I was in the academy. If you market your book, your product generally, you will waste money, you will waste energy, you will waste resources. It is in your Book to Sell Academy that you will learn how to know exactly those that need your product and how to market to them. And every time I make a market to them, one more strategy that I use in selling my book that I didn't share with you is speaking. I'm a speaker and I speak a lot. And I learned that from the academy. Emeka, one event I went for, I sold 60,000 naira worth of products in one meeting. Because I learned it Your Book Will Sell Academy. So the third strategy, in case you're writing down, of how to market your book, is that I use in selling over almost 300 copies of my book, is speaking engagement. So I'm an inspirational speaker, so I speak a lot. Before I would just speak. Now, every time I'm speaking, I'm connecting it to my book. I'm connecting it to my book. And I looked at the picture in 20, when was that you did the Dawn, where I was standing at the queue to get my book autographed by you. Today, I have pictures of people also queuing up for me to autograph my book for them, because at the speaking engagement, I was able to do that. So, in a nutshell, if you want to learn marketing beyond marketing books, your Book Will Sell Academy is there for you. If you want to learn about marketing from practical professionals who have gotten results, Book Will Sell Academy is the book for you. If you want a forum where you will connect with other successful authors, other successful individuals, different professionals, your Book Will Sell Academy is that place for you. You should be thinking about it. You should go in right now, because I know Emeka is not like other people. He will give it, he will not bring it down. We joined when we bought the book at the pre-order stage. So I joined when I pre-ordered it at 5,000. I mean, when Emeka said the book is 5,000, so many people say, how can I buy a book 5,000? It's so expensive. I saw the academy, and I knew that is, as at that time, the academy for me was worth 200,000 naira. That's how I valued it. So I said 5,000 is a no-brainer for a 200,000 naira worth of forever staying in the academy and learning again and again. The videos are there forever. I can always go back and rewatch it. That was 5,000. And they can increase it to 5,000 naira. Some people were thinking, now it is 50,000 naira. Jump on it now, because 50,000 naira is just $100. It will definitely increase, and I trust him, he will increase it, because more videos are coming in. So that's what I would say to you out there to join the Your Book Will Sell Academy.
Awesome. Okay, guys, so we've done 46 minutes. We've got just 10 minutes or less to be able to wrap it up. If you've got questions, please go ahead and drop the questions right now. I can see Jim Sikul. This was an emergency live stream for me, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, Jim Sikul, I think you were asking me for a discount on the price of my book. I don't do discounts on my book. People know me. 5,000 is 5,000 naira. So if you're not interested to buy, then you can move on. But when it has to do with knowledge, I don't bring down the price of my book. So I think you've seen the beautiful things that Kingsley have said. That's what Emeka Nobis can offer you, Jim Siku. Tom Messiah, you're saying, I'm enjoying this session. This goes to show that great minds think alike. Fantastic. Israel Godwin, another banger. Fantastic. All right. So I can see Chibuike saying nice. Praise AGK, smart move. Fantastic. Uzoma Okoli sending fire. All right. So guys, if you got question right now, Sunday Oko is saying interesting, fantastic. Richie said he's really using marketing strategy, fantastic. Nicholas said outstanding. So guys, if there's any question, please let me know. Cynthia is saying awesome. Jim Sikul, he already told you the answer is 50,000 naira. What is your December offer? That's the offer, 50,000 naira or $100. Kingsley has already told you, and it's not coming down. Some individuals felt I was going to do Black Friday offer and say Black Friday is no longer 50,000 naira, it's going to be 10,000. I was just laughing my head off because I didn't do that. And if you wait till next year, when we shut down on the 22nd of December, you will not get it anymore at 50,000 naira. You're going to get it at 75,000 naira. And after that, I will increase it to 100,000, to 150,000, to 200,000, and people will join. So the best thing right now for you is to join, because this academy will keep expanding. The more that I'm building, the more that I'm connecting with great masterminds, will be bringing great value to be like a university. Man, lots of resources that you're going to have available to you, right? And I think that when I'm going to rewrite Your Book Will Sell, those who are part of the academy will get it at a discounted price, because a lot more that I'm going to do. I'm going to do a journal. I'm going to do a workbook. So a workbook will be like, you want to launch your own book. You take the workbook And the
Yeah.
workbook will be a detailed step-by-step process of what you need to do to be able to make your own book to sell, meaning everything, the content you're going to be creating, how to use contacts on your phone, how to a lot of things. And those in the academy will get at a discounted fee before the public will get it at the full price. So please go ahead right now. It's 50,000 naira. Kingsley is a different individual. James is a different entity. Well, it's your choice. Maybe you'll be thinking Kingsley, and you'll be thinking that I should give it to you at less. Well, it's all on you. No problem.
Let me come in, Jimsy, and every other person watching right now. You see, before you started your book with Sell Academy in 2018, Emeka Nobi did a marketing class, how to market your book, and it was 25,000 naira. The Kingsley that is telling you I joined early, I paid 25,000 naira for Emeka Nobi's one day. I think it was 5 hours training. So I have already
5 hours.
5 hours training, and that was the book that was the training Emeka. I said, let me check my diary. Just you guys hold on a sec. I want to show you guys how important that book has been to me. Because after the Emeka, I said to myself that I would make sure that look at it here. This book, see, it has turned. You don't let me use colloquial language. Since 2018, Emeka, all the things you taught are still here. It was after this class that I told myself, the book I'm going to author, I'm going to not less than 1 million naira from my book, my first book that I'm going to make 1 million naira. And I just grossed 500,000 naira. I'm hitting the 1 million naira before the month of June next year. This is the book. I paid 25,000 naira. It was 5 hours. So if they say 50,000 naira, I will make his own resource by himself. Of course, he's a conglomerate of knowledge. But this is an academy that has other, is it 30? Are it 13?
25.
Different people coming to share with you how they have made millions selling their book. Come on, man, 50,000 naira is too small. It might not be enough. You might not have enough of it, but if you save it and you go for it, you're going to be in. It's about the mind, about what you want, about seeing the result. The knowledge you have given to me is what I've used to sell one book. It's what I'm going to use to sell 3 more books. The same 25,000 plus maybe 5,000 naira, which is 30,000. Can you compare 30,000 naira to close to 1 million naira I'm making? I'm not talking of the speaking gig that I've come because I've written this book. Oh man.
All right, so I think we've got 3 minutes left. I'm seeing Acho. Acho is saying great value and motivation. Kingsley, may you do well. Thank you very much. I'm seeing Ibanuka Jude PST. I don't know if that's Pastor. Thank you very much for that. So I don't think there's any other question coming forth. I think Kingsley, all the things you shared have been of great value. So guys, please let's share your thoughts. All right, what do you think about the session as Kingsley begins to give us the final few words before we wrap up on this session? We have another session at 12 noon today. Another fantastic, beautiful lady, Sheun Robinson, all the way from the city of Benin. Yeah.
Is it Benin? Oh, the combo.
Yeah. Either Benin or Delta State. I can't remember exactly, but she's going to be with me at 12 noon. Okay, so Kingsley, what are your parting words?
All right, so my parting words, it's someone wrote something. Okay, I shared 2 things I'm going to share. One I shared on my timeline on Facebook. I said, if you've got friends that buy you gifts as a reward for achieving your goal, and you've got friends that shares opportunities to you just so you will grow together, my brother, my sister, you are blessed. Hold those kind of friends tight because you need them. And then secondly, I like to say that the level with which you are right now is as a result of the knowledge that you are lacking or that you have. The gate between where you are and where you want to be is the knowledge you don't have. Go out there and look for that knowledge, whether it is by phone call, by conversation, by all means, look for it till you get it. And if you have to pay, because they're not going to be free, be ready, be willing to sacrifice to pay as much as you can so as to be there. You can't afford to be at this level. What brought you here in terms of knowledge won't take you beyond here. To go beyond here, you need a fresh kind of knowledge. To move beyond selling 20 copies of your book to 200,000 copies or 100,000 copies, your Book to Sell Academy is there for you. To sell products beyond your city, your Book Will Sell Academy is it. And of course, my book here will help you not to fail again. If you've been failing, you've been struggling on it, you need to get it. Remember, the number is scrolling down there. Hit me on WhatsApp. I'm ready to take your orders and deliver the books to you. 2,500 naira. I don't know how much it is in dollars, but I know it's less than it should be less than $10. It should be less than at the moment. Maybe I'll join the make and increase the price.
All right, Kingsley. So thank you very much for coming on this session. I've really had a good time with you, and I also wrote down that strategy of VIP. And you know that
Okay.
I am. This is what I want to share with people. Marketing is strategic. It's intentional. So I'm releasing that book, Shameless Marketing, in 2023.
Okay.
But let me tell you that I've already started the marketing now. Last
Yeah.
Saturday, I taught at an event. It was shameless marketing. Some other events that I've been invited, I've been teaching shameless marketing. What am I doing? I'm letting the words shameless marketing to start to reside in people. And trust me, ever since I started out, yesterday I saw 2 posts or 3 posts that were made on Facebook, and they said, Emeka Nobi said shameless marketing. I went on Instagram again and I saw like 10 posts. Emeka Nobi said shameless marketing. Now I'm going to carry my market on my head. I taught shameless marketing to business women, not even books. So shameless marketing on how they can sell their businesses. When I was done with that session, one of them went to her shop because she sells clothes. I know this women wrapper and all that.
Yes.
So she took it and then she did a video. And that was the very first time that she had ever done a video in her business. And she said, Emeka Nobi says shameless marketing. I'm going to do this now. She did the video. She was dancing with it. I was happy seeing the comment that she made. Another girl said, I have been ashamed of being in you people's faces, but check me out from now onwards. Emeka Nobi says shameless marketing. I'm going to be in you people's faces on and on and on more. I was happy seeing that people are now. This morning I've gotten one tag on my on Facebook. The same girl said shameless marketing. So do you see what I'm doing? I am making shameless marketing to start to sink in people's minds. And all through 2022, me and Nnamdi Ibe, we are going on tour to 6 cities in Nigeria. And Nnamdi will be teaching something else, and I'll be teaching shameless marketing. And our target is to get 1,000, at least a maximum 1,000 people in each of the halls that we're going to be visiting, including Ghana. And my intention will be shameless marketing, shameless marketing, shameless marketing. And imagine what is going to happen when I eventually release that book in 2023 with the title Shameless Marketing. So that's to tell you that marketing to me is very, very, very intentional. Okay.
I still have a picture of you where you carried your books on a tray and you said shameless marketing. I still have a picture of it in my phone where you carried your books on a tray and you took pictures of it. And that for me was the beginning of shameless marketing for me. And you see, by you continuously sinking it into the mind subconscious of the people, they go for it. People now meet me and said, hey, business, I want to start. They come to me because I kept pushing it on their face, kept pushing it on kept pushing it. I think what really made me laugh the most was when my publisher, then it wasn't my publisher, when I told him, I want to publish my book, he said, which book? I said, start small, sell out. He said, I thought you have published it already now. I thought you published it because it's always been on your timeline. You've always been talking about it. I said, well, that's what I learned from the Book Will Sell Academy. I'm ready now to publish it. So you don't need to wait till when your book is out. Even if you're doing a product, maybe you produce yogurt, maybe you are a chef. You don't need to wait till you've done the recipe. Start talking about it, why you want to do this recipe, how the first time you tasted it, man, how you went, and then people will start paying attention so that by the time the product comes, their mind is ready to buy.
Thank you very much, Kingsley. Thank you. God bless you all the way from the city of Port Harcourt to you also in the city of Port Harcourt, but in another side of Port Harcourt. God bless you for coming on this session. Thank you very much. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. You can go ahead and still share the video, let other people, tag them, share the video, let other people watch it. So we've done 58 minutes so far. God bless everyone. Peace out. See you again at 12 noon with another powerful conversation. Goodbye.
Awesome. Bye.